YouTube, what's going on, man? It's Black House Booking here with another video. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe, and if you're old to the channel, please watch all of my old videos. You will not be disappointed. Over 700 videos on this channel. That's long form videos, shorts, live streams. I'm telling you, you guys will not be disappointed, man. If you don't join my Discord, click the link in the description down below as well. Before I get into it, man, let me just say this real quick. Your boy was tired, bro. Like, seriously, I was considering not even making a video. I'm like, I'll just postpone it to Wednesday. Cause your boy, you know, we human, bro. People put online what they want to put, you know what I'm saying, showing their best self. But your boy was very exhausted. I was in the bed like, bro, I'm not about to get up and go do this video, man. Like, you feel me? But at the end of the day, I got a dream that I'm chasing. I got goals that I want to accomplish. I love making wrestling content for y'all. And I'm dropping 25 videos for Couchmas. And at the end of the day, choose consistency and discipline over your feelings, because your feelings won't help you accomplish your dreams. You not feeling like doing something, that's gonna stop you from reaching that goal. You know what I'm saying? This could be the video that get me to 10K. It could not be the video that get me to 10K. It don't matter. But if I stop, I'm never gonna know. So, not a motivational, inspirational video today, but I just wanted to say that because I got these shades on, not because I'm trying to look cool, because your boy face hella tired. Like, I was exhausted. But we gonna get it, because I still gotta wake up early in the morning and drop these YouTube shorts about Raw. So I gotta do what I gotta do. So today's video, guys, sorry for the long intro, my top 10 men and women. Let me say, this is my opinion. I already know people are gonna disagree, which is absolutely fine, but please try to be kind. It's the holiday season. We don't gotta call me a mark and all this other stuff, but I have a top 10 men's and women's list. I like structure, so it is my opinion, and I did do this the right way, but I will say I have 5 WWE, 4 AEW, 1 TNA. That's the structure that I got for both of these lists. So you guys are ready to get into it? Let's get into it now. Sorry for wasting your time. I'm gonna go women first. Honorable mentions, I'm gonna go Chelsea Green, our new Women's United States Champion, our first Women's United States Champion. I'm gonna go Bailey, and I'm gonna go Naomi. I have them honorable mention because I did this list based off a lot of different things, you know, promo, wrestling, character work, everything, but everyone on the list doesn't have everything. You know, there's one person that got promo work, which is why they're so high. There's one person that got in-ring skill, which is why they're so high. And I think these ladies could have definitely made the list. I really wanted to put Chelsea Green, but the other choices I have, I think, are a little bit better. And then Bailey and Naomi are always consistent for me, but Bailey, I feel like, has probably had the weakest year. Even though Naomi hasn't had the most opportunities, I feel like she's been in the limelight more, and she's been getting more to do, especially with this whole what's about to happen with Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair story. So let's get it. Number 10, Willow Nightingale from AEW. That's my number 10 pick. I think Willow is really, really good. I loved what she did with Mercedes Moné and Chris Statlander, which is why she actually took the spot from Chris Statlander. I was gonna go either Chris Statlander or Britt Baker for this pick, but I think Willow is a rising star, and she's someone who I thoroughly enjoy. And I think if you guys have never seen a match from her, you'll be very surprised by how good she is. But she just needs to do more in AEW, I feel, and I think she could really be a mainstay. Trust me, this girl is gonna be the one. Number 9, Jordynne Grace from TNA. She's not the TNA champion currently, but man, that was a heck of a run she had. And then the stuff that she was doing with NXT, with stuff that she was doing in the Royal Rumble, I can't wait till Jordynne Grace finally comes over to the big leagues in WWE. If you don't think Triple H wants to sign Jordynne Grace immediately, you're absolutely crazy. He's just waiting for that contract to just end, and then he's gonna pick her up ASAP. She should be in WWE because I think that she would be very, very good. And I mean, she already shown that she can, you know, wrestle in the system with what she's done, you know, with the NXT women. So I think Jordynne Grace should be definitely, you know, on the next for signing somebody. Number 8, I literally just switched these two around, and I'm gonna stay with that decision. I'm gonna go Athena. Athena, aka what we know her as Ember Moon, is quietly having one of the best Ring of Honor championship runs ever. That's men and women. I really wish more eyes could be put on what she's doing, but she's showing that she could have been a champion in WWE on the main roster if given the opportunity. She's been killing it, and I like her work. I like her in-ring work, and she's gotten a lot. My bag just fell for some reason. Sorry, y'all. She gotten a lot better, you know, character work as well. I really like what Athena is doing in Ring of Honor, and I can't wait till she actually, you know, becomes a AEW champion if that's the plan. But Athena, Ember Moon, whatever you want to call her, she's like that, and I can't wait till you guys see who I switched her with. Not this person. Number 7, Roxanne Perez. I had Roxanne Perez a lot higher, but then I kept having to think of the position she's in versus the position everybody else is in, and I knocked her down because of her promo that she did last week on NXT. It was absolutely terrible. She sounded very cringe, as the young kids say, but you know what? I still love Roxanne Perez. I still like the heel work that she's done thus far, and I think Roxanne Perez does deserve to be on this top 10 list for me. And you know what? I can't wait till she goes to the main roster as well, man. I think she's about ready. Drop the title to Julia, bring her up, and then actually give her something to do, because you failed the Valkyrias, the Kiana James, even though she's injured. You've done right with Tiffany Stratton. So if you do right with Tiffany Stratton, I think you do right with Roxanne Perez as well, who I think is more talented than Tiffany Stratton. That's my personal opinion. And this is the person that I switched Athena with, Toni Storm. Now, she's no longer Timeless Toni Storm, but the work she's done as Timeless Toni Storm for me is enough for me to put her over as being, you know, really one of the top ones. I think Timeless Toni Storm was one of the best, like, women's character work-wise in wrestling for the past year, and I would have had her higher. But she was, you know, she was a little gone for a little bit, but I sure missed her presence. Timeless Toni Storm could have easily been top 5, but I'm going to give top 5 to these people for a specific reason, and I'm going to get into it right now. Liv Morgan, number 5. Yes, Liv Morgan, number 5. The home wrecking, man stealing, whatever her thing is, man. I love Liv Morgan, not just because she's from New Jersey in the building, but Liv Morgan, this is her best title run. She's really made up, well, WWE's really made up for that terrible Smackdown Women's Championship run that she had, and I think Liv Morgan has redeemed herself. So when she does lose the title, you guys should pay homage. I mean, the Rhea and Liv and Dom storyline, has it been running for too long? Absolutely, but you can't blame her, and she's done the best that she could possibly do with it. But outside of all that, being Crown Jewel champion, you know what I'm saying, she beat Io Sky clean, you know, hey, I'm on a Liv Morgan Express, me personally. Sorry, guys. Number 4, my favorite women's wrestler ever, Mercedes Moné. Now, I know what a lot of people are going to say, the promo work, blah, 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 the character work. Has her AEW run been the best? No, absolutely not. But her matches have always been top tier, no matter where she's been. And I'm also thinking about the stuff she did and still does with New Japan. Mercedes Moné is still, in my opinion, the best technical women's wrestler ever. So I got Mercedes Moné number 4. She would be higher if it wasn't for, there were some flaws and weaknesses in AEW, I will admit that, but she's still my favorite. No one on this list is perfect, so I'm still ranking her very high. And let's get into the top 3. Now, this is the one that confused me the most with doing, but it's my opinion. Number 3, I'm gonna go Rhea Ripley. You can feel however you want to feel about Triple H shoving her down people's throats and booking her OD, Rhea, John Cena, Ripley, whatever you want to feel. I think Rhea Ripley is being booked the way she's supposed to be booked from the booker who wants to push somebody and make them the megastar that he believes she's supposed to be. Her opposition is kind of what made her run underwhelming thus far, but don't forget what she did, you know, from WrestleMania 39 up until, you know, she had to relinquish that women's championship. You know, when she was kayfabe hurt or whatever the case may be. Don't forget that. Let's not let recency bias stop us from not saying that we were absolutely in love with Rhea Ripley's run, especially with Dominic Mysterio and the Judgment Day and everything that she's done beating Becky Lynch at WrestleMania. So I'm not going to let that taint how I feel about her, even though now I'm just ready for her to get the belt back and let's do something else and move on. That being said, number 2, I think it should be obvious. I got Bianca Belair. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Who in the heck is going to be number 1 if you got Bianca Belair number 2, Rhea Ripley number 3? Bianca Belair, I give her credit for this. Bianca Belair, even with the stuff that she's given, has still been relevant and still been having some banger matches. She had a banger match with Piper Niven just on TV. You know what I'm saying? Bianca, and this storyline with Jade Cargill and Naomi, I think is going to propel Bianca Belair to the next level, because I still think Bianca Belair was the one that took Jade Cargill out. Even though y'all think it's Naomi, I'm still going Bianca Belair for sure. And I really like what Bianca Belair's been doing, man. Even with just being in a tag team, she's remained relevant, had great matches, and you know, even though she's been given less than Rhea, her name is still holding weight. So that's why I'm giving Bianca Belair the slight nod over Rhea Ripley, because imagine if Bianca Belair got the type of booking that Rhea Ripley was in, I'm sure that she would capitalize a little bit better than Rhea Ripley. Not Rhea Ripley necessarily has, but I think that, you know, we would enjoy it more, and it wouldn't feel like how it feels with Rhea Ripley, which sounds weird and it sounds biased, but I'm not being biased. Trust me, I love both of them equally. I like Bianca Belair a little bit more, but I'm not doing it just because Bianca Belair is my favorite. I genuinely think that even as a tag team champion, she actually brought relevance to the tag team belts finally. You know what I'm saying? Because for a while, it was looking bad for the women's tag team belts. And then number 1, I got Io Sky. Io Sky has won me over. Io Sky, sadly, really got over at the end of her reign and after she lost the belt. But Io Sky has won me over. I can't wait for Io Sky to be champion again and to run it back. I think she's going to have a similar Liv Morgan story, where people look at her SmackDown Women's Championship reign as not great, but then when she has another reign, she's going to knock it out of the park. And as for someone who isn't speaking English, you know, doing promos, stuff like that, I'm still with it. I'm still with Io Sky. I can ignore that for Io Sky because the in-ring work is so good, and she has all the tools that she needs to be champion. We've seen the non-English speaking champion work before, and if Asuka could get all those titles, I think Io Sky is definitively the best women's wrestler, and she should have 2 more championship reigns before it's all said and done, in my opinion. Let's get to the men now, y'all. Oh, y'all about to hate me for this, but I'm gonna do it. Honorable mention: Jacob Fatu, Bobby Lashley, Roman Reigns. Wait a minute, calm down. The reason why Roman Reigns is honorable mention is because, in my opinion, I feel like I wanted him to be in the top 10 because he is now proven that he can get over as a baby face, even though he still kind of feel like a tweener to me. Roman Reigns can't get over as a babyface, but Roman Reigns is still subjugated to the Bloodline story. I feel like I would have put Roman Reigns top 10 if they moved on from the Bloodline story and his story was about something else, and he was still over as he was. Because at the end of the day, after everything is done, he faced The Rock, whatever the case may be, we don't know if this Roman Reigns is still going to be over with the fans at this point in time, because the Bloodline story really built him to what he is today. So I'm gonna put that on him. Jacob Fatu, I wanted to put Jacob Fatu in here as well, but the guy that I put in, you're gonna see, I think you're gonna kind of understand why I put him instead. But Jacob Fatu, love Jacob Fatu. And Bobby Lashley, the only reason why I'm not putting him top 10 is because he hasn't been back wrestling that long. In AEW, he's only had, what, 2-3 matches? So that's why I didn't put Bobby Lashley top 10. And I also was gonna throw Shelton Benjamin's honorable mention as well, but I just left it to 3 people. Number 10, and this is my opinion, because y'all not gonna like my men's list at all. Number 10, I got Obafemi. Obafemi is going to be a monster on the main roster if booked correctly. Even if they don't book him correctly, I feel like he's still gonna make the best of everything, and he's gonna be so undeniable that you gotta book him right. This man was killing it in NXT. I still got Carmelo Hayes as the best NXT North American champion ever, even followed by Wesley. But Obafemi's run as NXT North American champion was great, and I can't wait until he beats Trick Williams for that belt, and he is the NXT champion. So dominant. And he's building, his promos are good. He's building more charisma. He's having more character to him. That's the only thing that I was missing. I just didn't want another dominant guy running through people. I wanted them to add character. And thus far, they've added more character to him. Like, his personality is showing more. And if you follow him on social media, this guy is hilarious on Instagram. Follow Obafemi for sure. Number 9, MJF. A lot of people don't like MJF. I understand. The MJF and Adam Cole storyline is kind of boring to me, but you cannot deny the stuff that he did with Will Ospreay was fire, making that championship the USA championship. Like, and I love when MJF comes out to a crowd that hates him, you know what I'm saying, giving them the finger, calling them fat pieces of you know what. I just love MJF and how he works the crowd as a heel. And MJF is a guy who should be heel for his whole career, in my opinion, because I think it would never get stale. I really like MJF a lot, and you know what I'm saying, I like MJF. That's just me. But I know a lot of people, you know, don't really like MJF like that, which is cool. And number 8, the artist formerly known as Dolph Ziggler, the TNA champion, Nick Nemeth. Listen, man, I'm gonna call him Dolph Ziggler for the sake because Nikki Spirit Squad. I don't like saying Nick. So Dolph Ziggler, man, he's killing it in TNA, proving that he can be a main guy. People are gonna give him slack because TNA is a smaller company, but at the end of the day, he's showing you that he's that guy, that he can be a main champion for a company, no matter how small, no matter how big. I mean, hindsight is 2020. He is killing it for TNA as a champion. You know what I'm saying? This is a guy that made me be invested in him and AJ Francis having beef. You know what I'm saying? And the Joe Hendry stuff that he's doing with Joe Hendry is great as well. And he's carrying the company very well. I will also say that I was going to throw Moose in this spot instead because I had one TNA person per list. I was going to throw Moose in there. And even though I was still tempted to do so, I'm going to give it to him, man. Dolph Ziggler, I used to love Dolph Ziggler. Shout out to Nick Nemeth, man, and TNA champion. Number 7, Christian. When you talk about people who left WWE and went to AEW to you know, do whatever they do, this man has revitalized his whole career. His whole gimmick as being the father is one of the dopest gimmicks I've seen in a long time. And Christian always does his best work when he's given a chance to really just lean into it. When he left WWE, went to TNA. You know what I'm saying? Now he's in AEW doing his best work of his career, and this man isn't a 20 or 30-year-old, man. I love Christian, bro, and I love what he's doing, and I can't wait till he successfully cashes in that contract and becomes AEW World Champion, because Christian, he's really, really great. I wish my favorite superstar, Edge, aka Adam Copeland, could have, you know, had the same run thus far, but Christian's run, he's been killing it, man, and I really like what he's doing over there at AEW. And to be a veteran over there killing it even better than a lot of the young guys is absolutely amazing. I'm nervous. Number 6, Drew McIntyre. I was just singing Drew McIntyre's praises the other day. Listen, number 6 could have easily went to CM Punk as well for me, but I'm putting Drew in this spot because Drew is like, he's so great in the ring, on the mic, on social media. I'm counting everything, man. Drew McIntyre really gets you involved in storylines. I was interested in a Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn match, and y'all know I'm not the biggest Sami Zayn fan, but man, that was one of the only matches that really was catching my attention at Saturday night main event. And Drew McIntyre, man, the stuff with CM Punk, the stuff, you know, Seth Rollins, the stuff, he's just going crazy, man. And I think Roman Reigns will be his next opponent. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Drew McIntyre does, man. I just really think he's all around great. And when he's gone, you're going to miss him. Trust me, man. This guy revitalized his career. And the stuff he's doing now, even without being a champion, is just sensational. Top 5. Swerve when I drive. My God, Swerve Strickland, man. Even in defeat, he's lost the last 3 pay-per-view matches. He's still super over with the crowd, and people are still interested in him. I love Swerve. I love the stuff he does with Prince Nana. I know I made a video saying he should join the Hurt Syndicate and drop Prince Nana, but I think that would elevate him to the next level. I just want to see him elevate. You can't do the same thing your whole career, or you can't do the same thing for a long time. Even though his run as AEW World Champion wasn't super duper long, it was significant time spent. And I think Swerve deserves credit for that significant time spent. The first black AEW champion, the most over guy in AEW at one point in time. Y'all gotta pay homage. And even in defeat, he's still super duper over, man. I love Swerve, man. He's really one of my favorites. One of the coolest just characters ever presented in wrestling, in my opinion, man. He's so damn cool. Number 4. Jey Uso. Yes, I have Jey Uso at number 4. This is the guy I decided to put inside of Roman Reigns, Jacob Fatu for this reason. 28 days as IC champion. Yes, we were all upset about that, but this is the most over. this might be the most over entrance in wrestling. Like, bro, this man came out last on in the same match with Roman Reigns and CM Punk. This man had the last entrance. That's how over he is. He's so over, he gotta come out last because the crowd going crazy. They loving him. This man got yeet over. That was on Vine. Bro, Jey Uso is a national treasure. I wish he could have had a longer title reign as IC champion, but main event Jey Uso has been one of my favorites since he got out on his own. He had them great matches with Roman Reigns. That match with Jimmy Uso was absolutely terrible at WrestleMania, absolutely. But you gotta acknowledge that Jey Uso has been killing it as a solo star. And you know, now that he's back with the bloodline, he's gonna do tag team stuff most likely. It sucks, but I will never forget the run that Jey Uso had as a solo competitor, and I love his entrance, man. It gets me hyped for real. Number 3, AEW World Champion Jon Moxley. This is one of the first times in a long time for me that I'm genuinely interested in what Jon Moxley is doing. His promos are more concise. They make more sense. He's not just rambling all over the place like he used to. Listen, I'm a big Jon Moxley fan. Out of the Shield, Dean Ambrose was the one that I was really interested in until Seth Rollins really took off. But I thought Dean Ambrose was always the guy in the Shield, in my opinion. And I felt like he got screwed out of really like being better than them. To compare, people put him at the bottom, but I'm telling you, man, this AEW championship run he on now and the stuff he's been doing in AEW period, I think people are gonna start having different conversations about who's number 2 and who's number 1 in that group, in their career wise. You know what I'm saying? I really like Jon Moxley a lot, and I'm looking forward to see what happens, man. I think he's gonna retain and Christian's gonna cash in. But I mean, it's been a run so far, and I love what he's done with, you know, with his faction. Absolutely great. My opinion, number 2, Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens has been doing such great work without even being a champion. This man hasn't been a solo champion in like 7-8 years, guys. His last championship was tag team belt with Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens is one of the most convincing on the mic that you could ever hear in your life. He had some great bangers with Cody Rhodes. He had some great bangers with the Bloodline. He had some great bangers, you know, for like against Logan Paul, against whoever the case may be. Kevin Owens is going to deliver great matches. He's going to deliver great promos. He's going to do great character work, and I love him as a heel, and I love the things that he's done thus far. He makes watching wrestling fun. I have fun watching Kevin Owens. I have fun looking at Kevin Owens' Instagram and Twitter posts. I have fun. So that's why Kevin Owens for me is my number 2. And my number 1 is Cody Rhodes. Wait, calm down. You can say what you want, right? I'm giving Cody Rhodes this as for what he is. Cody Rhodes is the champion. People say he's boring, he's this, he's that, but this man still gets a great reception. The fans still love him. He's great for the kids. He's great for the business. He's a great company guy. Cody Rhodes' run, the only reason why people say his run is underwhelming is because his run was tainted with having to do stuff with the Bloodline, in my opinion. I think that's what it was, because he had a great match against AJ Styles, great match with Kevin Owens. He had a great TV match with Carmelo Hayes. Everything Cody Rhodes do is great. The only issue that I think Cody Rhodes has had is that he had to sidetrack and do that stuff with Roman Reigns. I think that really hindered his spot, because even then, Cody Rhodes didn't even have a match at Survivor Series, right? He didn't, right? Nah, he didn't. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cody Rhodes beat Gunther, first Crown Jewel champion, and I think Cody Rhodes is number 1. Now, I know Gunther is missing from this list, but the reason why I don't have Gunther in my top 10 right now is only because I wanted to include people from other companies. If I did a top 10 and I did it over just based off of my who I really felt, I would have way less AEW guys, maybe no TNA guys and gals. So that's the only reason why certain people didn't make this list. I wanted this to be diverse, you know what I'm saying? And that's just how I like to do things. I got OCD with stuff like that. I didn't want to have an all WWE list, you know. I just wanted to be a little bit different. But if you guys want me to do another list with straight WWE, then we can have that conversation. But that's my opinion, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for the love, support as always. Like I said, your boy was tired. And I thought I had a little bit better energy than, you know, than I thought. But thank you for the love and support, guys. We got more bangers coming soon. I promise you we do. I think it's raining outside. Peace.